Hello and welcome to another video. Raid Order 66 again. This time I'm going for the 1.2 mil with my Bad Batch team, and obviously I'll show you my mods that I use. They kind of recommended, I've heard, and I will try. I'm trying to get them up to that, but I haven't really got the mod spare. Is like you want certain characters at 330 speed, which is I believe Hunter, Batcher, and Crosshair. Just because the Crosshair and Hunter are your kind of damage dealers, especially once you get their specials unlocked. And Batcher's very good for speed because you want to get down as much bleed as possible, and he can deal quite good damage, and he can attack anyone who is in stealth as well. Little keynotes as well. I mean, with the mods, I'm just going to play it, and then obviously you can just pause wherever you need with the mods of what I've used. Like I say, they're not as the best they can be, but you know they do the trick. But a keynote for the battle is if you use the mark ability that puts mark down on an enemy, they will go into stealth. So if you do use that, you want to kind of time it really, so Batcher can still attack them while they're in stealth. Other than that, you know, it is just a case of, as always, you take out your end clone troopers just because they're the ones that gives you the abilities, and then you kind of focus on getting rid of the cloaked clones as well, because they're the ones who are going to reduce the cooldown of Vader's his execute. So you obviously you kind of got your set order you want to do as always. But yeah, just wherever in those mods you want to pause, just pause. Obviously have a quick look. You can definitely do better mods than what I've got on, but these it kind of works if I go for lesser mods because it shows you don't have to hit certain criteria to do. So yeah, I always go with Omega's third ability just because it gives turn meter and it gives me a lot of gives me the turn order. Obviously, if you've got the speed, you don't need to do that. With Crosshair, you always target himself with his second ability because it will reduce his stacks by 5 on his hesitation thing. And then when you use Omega's second, you give it to Batjack because you can use that one that drops bleed, which is his third ability. After that, so I used the mark thing here because I'm hoping to take him out. I didn't, but it's fine. I can get around it still. Oh wait, no, it did because of the bleed. He had enough bleed on him to take him out. I think Rekka, you just want him as tanky as possible. Just because he's the one you're probably going to lose because he's going to be in. If anyone you want to lose, it's him because he's probably the least useful out of the lot. But yeah, once Crosshair gets his ability, he can start throwing down some damage. Obviously, with Hunter, he's put shock, which stops stealth, which is useful. So obviously, when I do this, don't need to worry about using the marked abilities because they can't go into stealth. And then, as I said, you just go through, get rid of your cloaked troopers, and then you target the Appos, the Nightfall troopers in the middle, rather. And then, as always, if you can get through the first stage, it falls relatively easy from there. Obviously, you can do whatever you like after that point. Try and see if you can get your turn meter in a certain order so you can go in, say, with Hunter, Batcher, and Crosshair going as your next moves. Obviously, again, doesn't really matter all that much. So I'm sure I've used it. So I used the smart there because I'm sure I've used it before where it's actually taken them out of stealth when I've used it. But maybe that's been fixed and maybe it was a bit of a bug. But yeah, again, as you say, all in shock. They ain't going to get any stealth now. Bit of counter attacks, can't really target the cloaks, but it's fine because Batcher's just going to go in absolute tear them apart. And again, the further into you get is, your damage ramps up and your crit damage ramps up, and you basically just walk through them after that stage. Especially with this team where you got a lot of buffs going on, which is increasing your crit damages. But yeah, very much just I'll let it play out now, but you'll see, I'll get my max score. There you have it. Another max score put down. Bad patch. I really do like this team actually, as I've gotten to use them a bit more. But yeah, there you go. There's your max score. Again, you can obviously tweak your mods. Mine aren't as good as I'd like them to be, and it still gets the job done. Obviously, I'll probably find difficult in the later tiers when I get there. But, you know, that'll be a problem for when that happens. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully this has helped anyone who might be struggling. If not, it's just me showing off, me doing my raids bit by bit, hitting each tier. So thank you for watching and all your support and stuff for people who have been watching and subscribing. You know, it means a lot. And also, as this is the first one I've posted post-Christmas, Merry Christmas to all. And if I don't post again, Happy New Year. All the best. Bye.